It's YouTube Wednesday. I am Alex, costume director at Dark Hour Haunted House. Today we will be making some super scary banshees. Let's go. So this is the basis of the Banshee costumes that we're going to be doing, and I thought I would walk you guys through us making these and showing you how we are changing the human form a little bit to use inside of Dark Hour Haunted House.
Foam latex prosthetics. These would actually, everything would get cut out and you'd actually adhere this to someone's face, and it gives lots of movement and real light. We're using these because we have a lot of them and they're just kind of leftovers and something good that we can use them for.
We'll start with the forehead.
Here we are using 3M high strength adhesive spray.
And then we'll kind of work our way down. And now we're going to cut out some of the holes in here. It's very satisfying.
A soldering iron is used to melt holes into the styrofoam heads.
The holes in the eyes are so that we can put LEDs in them, and they go fairly deep so we can get the wire all the way through. The holes on the sides of the head are there just to help with getting the wiring through them.
We're just painting the black. I'm using latex matte paint. The spray paint, of course, would eat the styrofoam. Could be black acrylic. I have this laying around because I keep this. If you have black acrylic, use black acrylic. I find going in the mouth easier to just put some paint in there and then spread that around. Otherwise, it's real hard to get all those little craters and stuff with the brush. This is it. I'm just going to paint this till it's black. To put them on the hats. These have a big round base on them, so I just broke off the back so it could sit a little bit closer to the forehead. So I broke off the back of it right here. I set that down, and then I taped around the bill of the hat and around the head. I taped it on that way. Then I taped it a strip of tape that goes this way down the back of the head and onto the top of the hat. And then while it's on someone's head, I did the Velcro one wrap. So it's soft Velcro on one side and the hard Velcro on the other. One side sticks to the other side. And I did a couple straps just to help hold it on. And I think I did one of these, and then I had Alex do the rest of them. A big head like that. When you're working with Velcro and actors, always have the scratchy part off of the skin so that what's touching the skin is the soft part. If someone has a ponytail, like I do, you want to put that strap under the ponytail, and then the ponytail helps you hold it on. Now I have really good head movement and I'm really secure with my strap. And you hot glue those onto the hat. Once this is done, then I taped a little more, because tape is the best in order to hold this guy onto the hat even better.
We're now going to take our LEDs and glue them to the styrofoam head, like in the little eye sockets, with our hot glue gun that is set at the very lowest temperature as it doesn't melt the styrofoam head. And we'll take the LEDs, run them from the back to the front. This is our pre-measured button wire that will run from the LEDs down your actor's arm so that they have the little button that they can just push the button and the lights come on and then it turns off when they release the button. Then you have your wired button. These don't matter which red or black goes to each side. And then before you connect your wire button to your LEDs, you want to make sure that you have your pre-cut button holder. It is just cut PVC pipe. Eventually we'll just hot glue around that to hold it place. You want to make sure this is on before you wire it to your LEDs. we have our red LEDs going to our black button wire. So this is heat shrink that when you heat it, it just shrinks up and kind of holds your wires kind of in place. Even though solder holds pretty good most of the time, our actors are very hard on things. So most of the time I have to end up taking it apart anyway. And it's easier to just take it apart with the heat shrink than have to cut the solder and take everything apart that way. So then we have red LEDs going to the black wire, and I fold it over. And then that will just slide over. All that's left is our red wire for the battery wire and our red wire for the battery pack heat shrink. So we turn our battery pack on. It's just a 9-volt battery pack. So then we have our button that we can hot glue as soon as we make sure that everything works. I'll just glue around this edge.
Right here's where the action is. All right, so this is 5mm EVA foam. I use it to make battery pouches. It's getting it nice and warm so it's pliable. I just hold it down like that. I'll let it cool right here. Now we can glue this onto the hat with the hot glue, and your battery will slide right in there and be held well. All right, so I'm doing the Banshee costume now, and I want to do roughly, not quite twice my height, but a good bit. I'm gonna make tabards. Cut across there with the scissors.
Not tabards.
No, they're not tabards. So right here is the middle-ish. Go ahead and cut that. Stop. Let's see if they run. No. Okay, keep going. We're cutting the middle. You gotta aim that way a little bit. There we go. Great. Now I should have 4 pieces. And all of them really, you put a little head hole in. And we'll do just one this way underneath. So this is a tabard that goes on first, just like that. That's a little long for you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. This is the other tabard piece that has had the end sewn to become sleeves. And there. Now, I will run this down the sleeve of your shirt. Hood should be able to go up over like this. You can even hide this, or like this. Now we're just crafting, figure out where these need to go. Spraying most of this because I want to give the fabric a little bit of weight. It's a very light fabric. Not spraying anything on the actor at all. Duck your head down. Head up. Now I can straighten this out. Yep, thank you. I like that ragged edge better. Okay, head up. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of dry brushing on the face. Stand at full height. Don't lose your height. Then go back down while you're moving forward. Okay. I really like how these set off the cheekbones and you can see them over the nose. That's a good look when they're up close. And I think that the eyes being lit and so bright, they're gonna focus on this. I think they're gonna focus on this and they won't necessarily even realize that. Okay. Go make stuff. It's time for our Patreon shout out. A huge thank you to the following: Scares and Beyond Masks, Katie from Louisville Halloween, and Melissa Lahr from Stony Brook Haunted House. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, go make stuff.